Hello everybody, this is Ramsis.
And I'm TheVespor.
And we're here to bring you another edition of Back in Time, episode number 8, the 2022 Spooktober edition, where we take a look at something from the past that we still enjoy to this day. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and
ring that bell
so we can bring you many more Back in Times in the future. Today's Vespers themed Spooktober subject will be Halloween commercials, 2nd edition. Well, we're back again. Another Halloween's upon us. And wow, it was so much fun last year looking back at these Halloween commercials. We decided it's time to do it again because there are so many more to look at.
Halloween is one of my most favorite times of the year, and we have such great Halloween commercials, and I absolutely love them. And we're going to show you some more of the ones that we liked today.
What will be the first commercial on our Spooktober 2022 extravaganza? We have a classic. You might remember this one, and if you don't, these are great. Pizza Head. That's right, 1990s, Pizza Hut. Here we go.
Now it's time for the Pizza Head Show.
Hey everybody, I'm done trick-or-treating and now I'm gonna go for a stuffed crust pizza at Pizza Hut. Yay!
Not yet, Pizza Head. There's one more place to go.
I don't think anyone's home.
Sure there is.
Oh, trick-or-treat! Interesting hieroglyphics on this pizza. Ah!
Quick, Pizza Head, let's go upstairs.
Hey, who is here anyway?
It's your host, Count Steve.
Oh, nice place. You gotta. Ah! I wanna go to Pizza Hut now.
The Count will be happy to give you a lift.
Oh, hey, put me down! Put me down!
See you next time.
Ooh.
Oh man, this brings back so many memories. Like when pizza was actually good to eat.
Many of you have probably forgotten about this commercial or haven't seen this before. This was iconic. The pizza slicer got into all sorts of trouble, and this commercial explains it very well. He was afraid of someone named Steve who was always trying to eat him and cut him up, and that's what you're supposed to do with pizza, so they really played on this with the Halloween theme this time around.
I think the greatest thing about this is his arch enemy is, of course, a pizza slicer.
Well, yeah, shouldn't he really be afraid of a giant mouth? Because the pizza slicer was cutting him into slices. So does that mean that this guy, Pizza Head, was originally a full pizza pie and this is all that's left of him after the slicer got through with him?
Honestly, I don't want to think about it because, in all honesty, for our Spooktober commercials, this is a fun commercial and you cannot beat the meaning of Spooktober without seeing Dracula and pirates and mummies. So it's great.
All the regular Pizza Head commercials were very unique and fun with this nervous pizza face guy. But this one is like really scary because he knows he's about to meet his impending doom and get eaten. All the Halloween themes going on here, and then the bat at the end that carries him off to be devoured and never be seen again. Great stuff. And then there's like a funny ending to all this after he walks
Actually,
the whole mansion.
Ramses, that's not a funny ending. It's a warning. On Halloween, don't eat a pizza or else you'll be crushed by a giant pumpkin.
Well, anyway, that was our look back at the first commercial. Now, time to move on to our second Spooktober commercial, and it is Monster Mash. Yes, you're not hearing me saying the same thing again. This is our second edition. Here we go. Time to get scared and slapped again. 1995.
I was playing hide and seek in my lab one night with 27 monsters that looked alike. I thought I found Ralphie, but to my surprise, someone yelled,
Hey, I'm Bert. Ralphie's got googly eyes.
It's Monster Mash.
find a monster to match.
Be first to snatch.
Use your quacker to smash.
Quick, don't be last.
To win, match 5 in a flash.
It's Monster Mash.
The game is Monster Mash.
Wow.
Well now, this definitely is a much better commercial than any of the previous Monster Mashes. Look at this, it's animated, and you know what? They still have those wonderful suction cup slappy hands.
Oh, no, not those. Oh, Vespor, I told you last year not to use those on me. That's a plunger. What are you doing here?
That was not a plunger, that was just the deluxe collector's edition.
Well, what? No, why does this hurt so much?
It doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that this commercial is fantastic, it's silly, and the best part about it is we have Doc Brown out there teaching us how to catch monsters. Did you know he did that before he took Marty back in time?
But Vespor, this takes place 10 years after Back to the Future. How's that even possible?
What is time to a person who can travel around it at will in a steam engine time-traveling train?
That's right. You expect me to believe he started here and worked his way back to 1985 before he came to the future in the train? Vespor, let's talk about the commercial before we move on to the next one. So yes, this is another animated masterpiece. So the whole motif here is that it's a secret lab, and he's catching the monsters everywhere. And that's the new theme of it. So it does sell the product well. I think it gets you into the mood. But unfortunately, again, I think the game is very limited because it's all it is cards have to match up with something that you're slapping and hope for the best that you're fighting for. So I think the commercial makes the game look a lot of fun, but I don't think the game is as much fun as the commercial makes it out.
Hey, now, if you actually look at those monsters compared to the previous commercial from our first Spooktober, you're going to notice they look a little bit different.
Oh, yeah, they did update them a little bit. Good point. Don't give Vespor any ideas, please. You should not go around slapping people that you don't like with a plunger, claiming that you're just playing the game. And he keeps on doing this every Spooktober, and I'm getting a little annoyed by it.
What are you talking about? I'm not using a plunger. I'm using an official product for the Monster Mash. This is definitely the best commercial we're going to find for the Monster Mash.
With that all said, we're moving on to the next one. Here we go. Next up on our Spooktober celebration, we have, oh, this is a great one. Oh, Vespor found this one. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Ecto Cooler. You guys remember that? All I have to do is say Ecto Cooler, 1989. I see.
Absolutely, because you can't have Spooktober without the Ghostbusters.
This summer, coming to a supermarket near you, there's going to be a great new high-C flavor with an outrageous fruit taste. And what are we going to call it? Ecto Cooler. High-C Ecto Cooler. Slimer's new fruit drink. You've been warned.
Oh, wow, I remember this. Oh, this is a classic. But the problem with this commercial is there are so many questions that are left unanswered by this spot.
Oh, absolutely. First of all, you see him coming out of there. He's bopping and dancing to nothing in particular. And then suddenly, he drops the box. Slimer pops out, which should be scary enough. But here's what's scary. Did you notice what's in his ears in that one scene?
Let me look here. What? Hey, wait a minute. He didn't have those on before.
That's right. Earbuds magically appeared. And for some of those younger audience members, in 1989, we didn't have wireless earbuds.
Wait a minute. There is something strange in the neighborhood here. That's not possible. What?
And here's our next question. This is Ecto Cooler. So, Slimer popped out of the box. So does that mean that the Ecto Coolers are made from Slimer's slime?
Oh, Vespor, that's... Wait a minute. Uh-oh. You mean we've been drinking Slimer ectoplasm this whole time?
Well, yeah.
Oh, I feel I'm gonna be sick. I'm turning green now. We can't allow this recording to go out. We can't reveal this to people.
Oh, what? You're looking for Ramses? Oh, he's over. Oh, sorry for the delay, folks. We had to talk to some people at the FDA.
All right, I'm back. Vespor, I don't think we can go ahead with this commercial. I got rid of them, but no, they don't want this out there. Do you know how much that Slimer paid them to get this stuff on the market?
Don't worry about it. I shook some hands, did the usual under the table things, and they agreed to let us go because it's retro and quite frankly, nobody cares.
And they don't make this stuff. I can't imagine why. Everyone was turning into Ghost and Green and Slimers all over the city when they were drinking this stuff. Well, anyway, now that we're allowed to do this again, let's wrap this up. It's a fun commercial. Ghostbusters 2 also came out this year. So when they had a Slimer-colored drink on the market, this was hot stuff. It's not sold anymore. They make it retro sometimes, but yeah, this was big. People don't realize how big this product actually was.
And therefore, a bid for the 2016 movie, they actually brought it back, and it was a top seller for a limited time.
That's right. So yeah, this is great stuff.
I mean, after all, nobody cares what Slimer's been doing. We now know what he's been doing.
Milking himself for Ecto Cooler. Oh, let's move on to the next one. And now we have a real spooky. You can't have Halloween without this icon. Yep, there she is. Elvira. What's she selling? Stay tuned to find out. Hope you're thirsty. She's gonna make you drink this stuff.
Well, I am for her.
Wanna go psycho with me, Elvira? Here at the Bates Motel? Look for me wherever they sell mug root beer. And enter the Go Psycho with Elvira contest. You can be my guest at Universal Studios in Hollywood for a monstrous bash at the Bates Motel. Shower, anyone? This Halloween, go psycho with Elvira and win a party with mug root beer and me. I love my mug. I love it.
Oh, that was scary, Vespor. Oh, not really. A root beer commercial? I don't even like the movie Psycho. What is this?
Come on now. The movie Psycho is a classic in horror, and they even give a nod to it in the fact that, did you see in that little window there? Somebody's walking. Could it be Mother?
No, probably Mogger. Get it, Mug?
You know, I'm going to find that stupid Monster Mash slapper.
No, put that thing away. No, ow.
That's right. Those freaking FDA agents hadn't come here and abducted you. Anyways, look at this. It's a classic Halloween commercial, even though it's doing a mug root beer contest, but it has Elvira. She was bigger than life in the 80s and 90s, and, well, you know what? She was bigger in many different areas than just life. I tell you that much.
That's right. Now, anyway, let's talk about this commercial. She rips back the curtain. You're supposed to think there's going to be, oh my god, and the zombie's scared about nothing. What's the joke here? I don't understand.
Obviously, he's undead, and he can see the ghost there, and it's probably the ugliest ghost you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that. The undead can see things that we living mortals can't see very well. All right, that makes sense.
I mean, look, the mummy's even at the party here.
Yeah, what is this party? She's having a root beer party. Since when are the undead into root beer anyway? That's what they're serving to all the guests.
Well, you just have to read between the lines. After all, that zombie there at the end goes, I love my mug, when he's actually thinking, I love her mugs.
Vespor, not that again. Now let's try to stay focused. Doesn't get me interested in going to the Bates Motel. It doesn't get me interested in drinking the root beer. It does get me interested in Elvira, though. Hey, she's selling this stuff well. She can sell anything. I don't care. I just want to look at Elvira. Elvira, it's Halloween. I want to see Elvira.
Congratulations. You're now starting to understand marketing. And you know what? Even though this is a very targeted audience this commercial is going for, it's still fun, and I highly recommend that you enjoy the mugs.
We can't have a Spooktober celebration without, that's right, monster cereal. This time it's going to be the lesser seen mascot, Blueberry, with a special guest, Count Chocula. That's right, 1981. Here we go.
Let's gather round for a ghoulish ghost story.
Did someone say ghost?
It's Blueberry!
Bringing you my hauntingly delicious cereal with blueberry flavor and tasty marshmallows.
I love Blueberry!
Silence, blue buffoon! Kids love my delicious Count Chocula with chocolatey flavor and tasty marshmallows.
It's chocolatey terrific!
Says who?
Count Chocula!
Blueberry! You can enjoy a good nutritious breakfast with
Blueberry! Count Chocula!
Wow! I forgot how silly these commercials could be. I mean, look here, you have monsters, classic monsters, Dracula and ghosts, and they're afraid of each other. And he's so scared of a little ghost that he jumps out of his pants and his pants run off in a different direction.
Well, it seems like these two are just trying to get these random kids visiting them addicted to their cereal. Seems like that's what they're more interested in.
Wait a second. Did you see that? Did he just magic his cereal out of a book? And the girl's like, hey, this looks great. I'm like, uh-oh. Are we going in the realms of Ghostbusters again? Possession and things like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh God, look, it is true. Do not stay away from the cereal or you'll become possessed and you'll forevermore have to eat these cereals.
Now we know what they're really after. That's why they have these kids here. They're trying to turn them into each other so they can live on through their bodies. This is terrible. He's already grooming him to be his loyal servant. Look at that. He's patting him on the head. Oh no.
All I gotta say is, Ramses, what do you expect when the mascots for your cereals are monsters?
They might be scared of each other, but the real terror is how they're tricking them by eating their cereal and taking over their minds. Don't eat monster cereal anymore. That's it. Talk about the commercials. This is fun. They use that old style animation. I love it. Even though the commercial is very silly and very dated, I love the classic animation they have. This is such an early 80s animated masterpiece.
And it is indeed a masterpiece, and it is a fun commercial. Although commercials are supposed to be fun, but I'm starting to see that there might be messages hidden within them. But who knows? I'm sure there's not going to be any other commercials we see that's going to be preaching the truth.
Moving on to the next one, because Spooktober waits for nobody. And here we are with Dunkin' Donuts Minis. That's right, because what goes better with your Halloween party than donuts?
I can think of many different things that are much better than donuts for a Halloween party.
Oh, Vespor.
Dunkin' Donuts is proud to announce we've created a monster. Introducing a haunting collection of minis for Halloween.
They're alive! Alive!
Minis are a fraction the size of our regular donuts, but they have the power to attract very interesting guests to your Halloween parties.
More sprinkles!
Well, that was scary and for the wrong reasons, I think, right?
I was actually waiting for James Bond to show up because Knick Knack escaped here.
No, Vespor, that was obviously Tattoo from Fantasy Island.
Tattoo or Knick Knack. The names are great, so that's all that really matters.
Now we have zombies showing up to eat donuts. That's right, because even zombies love sugary-coated puff pastry, mini-sized treats.
Well, you know what? I guess that means they're, vegetarian zombies then?
Ah, yeah, that's a good point, Vespor. I didn't even think of that. That's right. So anyway, the fun of this commercial is they have Fred the Baker, and you might remember him from our holiday special edition for commercials. And yep, here we are again. They also do Halloween. So the real mystery of this commercial is, what is Fred the Baker doing here? He has 2 electric probes that he's putting into a cauldron while he works with Knick Knack / Tattoo. What is going on here?
Well, I think he just brought the donuts to life, which would mean that, I don't want to talk about the implications of that.
And they come in 2 different sizes. Now that's really scary. You can get this in mini or regular size spooky donuts. That's the scary part.
Counter your argument saying what the scary thing is the only things that want to eat these donuts are zombies and skeletons.
Uh-oh. Poor little sits in there, whatever name they're going to use in this commercial. He's electrocuting himself, and instead of saying the plane, he's saying, they're back, they're back.
No, he's obviously saying, it burns, it burns.
No, he's saying they're back, not burns. I think it's a lot of fun. I like how they mix 2 random characters like this together. They work so well. It's a great compliment. It really gets you in the mood for Halloween. That's the best part of the commercial.
I tell you what, I do definitely love me some donuts, and I'm pretty sure as a kid I would have definitely wanted the larger donuts because, why eat 3 smaller ones when you can eat 1 big one?
And now that you know who made them and how they're made, I wonder if this turns you into a monster, follow it?
We always saying I'm a monster of a boss.
Oh, don't get me started. It all makes sense now, yes.
But now it's time to move on to number 7, and quite a classic with...
I may be stranded, but at least I got my Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity! A ghost! Only a Fruity Pebbles can set my spirit free.
My Fruity Pebbles? Okay.
Frighteningly fruity flavors. Thanks, Fred.
Barney!
Boo.
Yeah!
Bon appetit.
Post Fruity Pebbles cereal, part of this complete breakfast.
Well now, that commercial had a lot going on. First of all, what the heck did he hit to split his front wheel, which is made out of rock?
I don't know. I was wondering that myself. I said I don't see anything on the road that could have split his rock wheel in half and broken it apart like that. But that's besides the point. Because of that broken wheel, he had to go to a haunted mansion to eat his Fruity Pebbles. Like he had to go inside with his box and the milk that he had carrying in his car to eat in that spooky mansion in the distance.
And anyways, look at the road. It looks like he was going to go there to begin with, people. Here's the thing that blows your mind. He says, I'm here by myself. So that means Barney was not riding with him, which means was Barney literally stalking Fred for his Fruity Pebbles?
I think that's what we have to assume, that Fred left one night from Bedrock to go to this town in the haunted village for whatever reason. Barney wanted the Fruity Pebbles and he followed him all the while. Oh, wait a minute. He's the one that broke Fred's tire. Now it makes sense. Barney got him into the mansion knowing he would have to eat his Fruity Pebbles. He put on his disguise in the disguise, and we'll explain that part in a minute, to get Fred while he's eating the cereal. It all makes sense now.
Absolutely, because in the Christmas commercial, he was going to eat Barney for all the pain and suffering he was forced because Santa didn't want to share his. It's perfect. We can make a nice little map connecting everything together. And it's all because of Barney. Although, I will say this castle definitely is haunted because look at that painting there.
Yes.
You can notice that its eyes are moving and it's licking its mouth.
Yes, the tongue's coming out and colors are popping out of the picture. So that should be more scary than Barney there. But now let's focus on Barney because that's the big part of this commercial. The audience very clearly knows this is Barney. They don't hide the fact. It looks like Barney under his sheet. Barney's voice, he's winking at us. Fred, for some reason, still doesn't know his friend is Barney until after the fact. And then Barney double tricks him. That's the Halloween twist to this because usually Barney doesn't win. Barney actually wins this time.
Absolutely, and because of it, it is actually a fun little commercial. You know, the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, they love commercials in their cartoons. We've gotten away from that in modern times, and I love seeing it because, it's so retro.
But we hope you enjoyed that commercial. That was a lot of fun. That's as spooky and scary as you can get. Well, stay tuned. We have another commercial coming for you right now as we get to commercial number 8, which is going to be Reese's Peanut Butter Cups with Frankenstein, 1986. Get ready to be spooked out. This is going to scare the chocolate right out of you. Get it? Yeah.
In the laboratory of Dr. Frankenstein, something incredible was created. The great taste of pure milk chocolate and delicious peanut butter. Unfortunately, no one would listen. And so the world would have to wait for the two great tastes that taste great together in Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Well, you see that? I bet you didn't know that Frankenstein's monster is the inventor of Reese's.
I didn't know that. Now I know, and that's very informative. So Reese's got it from Dr. Frankenstein, whose monster put it together accidentally. Wow, this is crazy. I had no idea. I really can't believe this.
You see, the story was all wrong. He wasn't trying to terrorize people. He was trying to teach the villagers about peanut butter and chocolate.
And it scared them so much because the idea of mixing peanut butter with chocolate, and it was so out there. How dare someone mix two objects together? Even in 1797, this was too extreme. I understand what scared them about it. Now it makes sense.
After all, we've learned from Reese's how Dracula eats his peanut butter cups, and now we find out that it was Frankenstein's monster that actually invented the peanut butter cup.
Vespor, you are a fountain of Halloween knowledge. You have brought things that we never experienced here ever, and I think we're all appreciative of them.
And here's the thing, I bet you didn't know. According to this, he apparently changed his name to Reese's.
Oh, don't say we never teach you anything here on Vesper's Retro Reviews. Even on Halloween, we're full of knowledge and information that you pass on. Be sure to tell your kids this Halloween that it was Frankenstein's monster that actually invented it, and then he started a chocolate company, and the rest, as I say, is history. Wow, this is great stuff. Vesper, I had no idea. Let's talk about the commercial of it. I like the setup. It's another Frankenstein motif going on here. I thought that was very creative. They're afraid of him trying to get the chocolate and peanut butter to them, which I thought was very creative. It really does sell the product well because it's funny but Halloween themed at the same time. I thought it was very silly, but I like the way they were going with it.
After all, I mean, look at it. They didn't even color his skin green like almost every single
No, I noticed that too. Yeah, he looks just like a human with some bolts in his neck and some flat hair. That was it.
This commercial is where it's at. It keeps in the spirit of Halloween, having fun, eating candy, and with a little fun little joke thrown in.
And, of course, a hidden history. Oh, wow, we're all the wiser now. This is great stuff. I can't believe it. Well, that's going to wrap it up. Wait a minute. What is this? Another commercial? Oh, no. Here we go
Oh,
again,
absolutely.
folks. All right. So, Vespor found another commercial for us that he's not going to tell me about. I don't know why he keeps doing this to me, and it scares me every time. But I guess for our Spooktober edition, it is okay to be scared by his choice here. That is fitting into theme.
And here it is.
Igor, go and get me what I crave. Evening, Igor.
If you want a better orange soda, made with more natural orange flavor than ever before, try Shasta. It's got the bright color, the sweet smell, and the great taste of oranges. Shasta, it's the orange soda that can make anybody happy.
Where did you find that was ridiculous.
Where do you think I found it? The 1970s.
There's a lot to talk about in this one. Wow. One mistake here is that the monster's called Igor for some reason, and you very clearly know the monster was named Frankenstein's monster. Igor was the assistant helping him. What do you have to say about that?
Well, the actual monster's name was Adam, if you must get down to it, you illiterate hack. Just look at that evil grin from Igor here. Look at this. He looks like he's a true demon. And you're like, oh no, he's going to go and kill people and do all these horrible things. We're like, what have we gotten into here? And then we see that he's assaulting a supermarket. And the guy's like, hey, it's Igor, he's back. And we're like, what did we just watch?
What is going on here? So yes, Bay's the supermarket walking right through the glass door. Cashier already knows him, I guess. And he's carrying like 20 cans and bottles of Shasta. They play a funny jingle, orangey, and the cashier drinks it and lets Frankenstein walk through the other door, destroying it as he smiles goodbye at the monster, who does a funny little jig and flick of the heels in the air to show that he's mission accomplished, and he walks back home with the prize.
But you know what this commercial does prove?
What's that?
That the Reese's one was true, because this isn't Frankenstein's monster. This is Igor. Although I do have to ask you this question, Ramses. If he likes orange soda, soda. If we gave Igor cherry soda, would he just destroy everything?
Yes, I think you might be onto something. I think it was specifically orange that did it for him. Any other flavor would probably set him off on a mad rampage and destroy everybody in the side.
Orange soothes the savage Igor.
You learn something else, folks. If you ever get attacked by Igor Monster, orange soda. But only Shasta, of course. I hope they still make that. Uh-oh. That was definitely the perfect way to end our Spooktober celebration of commercials for 2022. And we're going to do this again, folks. This has been so much fun. We love looking back at these Halloween commercials, and we will definitely be back here again to do this again. But please, very important, let us know what you thought of these commercials.
And after all, Spooktober is a perfect time of the year to remember all the things that made it special to us when we were kids.
Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and
ring that bell.
We'll be back for more very soon. Happy Halloween, everybody. 2022 Spooktober edition. Thanks for joining us. We got lots more this month to enjoy. Be sure to watch it all. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.